Texas Tech has one of the largest campuses in the United States, and getting from class to class can sometimes be a real struggle. Coming up, we'll show you how one campus department is giving students an opportunity to make their commute a little faster and easier.
Pride Week 2020 has officially come to an end, but that doesn't mean it didn't go out with a bang. Find out how this year's celebration finished up with two popular events next.
And Texas Tech athletics struggled to come up with a win this weekend after all three team sports came up short against their competition. But one team found a way to pull out a victory and keep the possibility of a conference championship alive. We'll have a look at that in sports and more.
This is the MCTV Weekday Update.
Welcome to the Monday edition of the MCTV Weekday Update. I'm Krizia Williams.
And I'm Will Lanigan.
Last week marked the first full week of October and the 7th week of in-person classes here at the Tech campus. Even though there were fears that all classes would be moved online by this point in the semester, the university's decision to bring students back to campus seems to be working out. On Friday, Texas Tech officials released the latest COVID-19 numbers for the university community. As of October 9th, there were 22 new active cases reported, made up of 14 students and 8 employees. There were also 44 new recoveries in Friday's report. Even with Friday's new cases, the number of total infections between Saturday, October 3rd and Friday, October 9th, there was only 83. That's almost a 50% drop from the previous week's 153 new cases. And with Friday's jump in recoveries, there are currently only 134 active cases in the Tech community, which once again brings that number down to its lowest since the end of August. As of Friday, Texas Tech officials have reported a total of 1,821 positive COVID cases since the beginning of August. On-campus testing continues again this week in the sculpture court on the west side of the TTU Museum. Testing hours are 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Saturday, and it's free for all students, faculty, and staff. For more information on the free testing clinic, visit ttu.edu/commitment/testing.
Even though bus routes have slowly returned to normal this semester, getting around campus can still be difficult. With that in mind, one campus department is holding an annual event that might help get you from point A to point B a little faster. Transportation and Parking Services kicked off its annual bike sale this morning at 9 a.m. in the TPS impound lot. The sale features bikes that have been abandoned, collected, and impounded by TPS over the last year. Each bike is sold as is, but also comes with a brand new bike lock and an automatic registration to the student's My Parking account at checkout. Each of the bikes are offered on a first-come, first-served basis, and the cost is $40, which can be paid by credit or debit card.
I want students to be able to transport around campus in a timely manner, and while parking on campus and busing are great in itself, it's also walking around campus is kind of crazy. This is the second largest campus in the country behind Air Force because of the runways. So we want students and faculty staff to have the ability to have a bike.
Today's event wrapped up at 5 p.m., but there's still a chance that you might be able to get in on the sale tomorrow if the bikes have not sold out. If any bikes are still available, TPS will continue this year's sale tomorrow morning starting at 9 a.m. The impound lot can be found just south of the Administrative Support Center, which is located at 2903 4th Street. Potential buyers must have a Tech ID, and masks are also required. For more information on the sale, visit the Transportation and Parking Services Twitter or Facebook page and search for TTU Parking.
Last week, the Texas Tech campus took time to celebrate the university's LGBTQ+ population during Pride Week 2020. After a packed schedule, the week wrapped up with two popular events. The annual Pride Week Poetry Slam took place last Wednesday night through Zoom and Facebook Live. Starting at 8 p.m., a series of participants took the stage both in person and virtually to share their creations with the online audience. This year's event also featured special guest artist and MC Reggie Cabico. Cabico is the winner of 3 National Poetry Slam competitions and has been featured on HBO's Def Poetry Jam. Wednesday's Poetry Slam wrapped up with the announcement of this year's winners. And then on Friday, Pride Week came to an end with its most popular event, the annual Miss Glamour and Fame drag pageant. This year's pageant was also held virtually through Zoom and Facebook, with the festivities kicking off at 8 p.m. The event featured several amateur and professional contestants from Texas Tech and beyond. This year's theme was Piddly Squattin' Old Time Country Place, and the show featured a special appearance by Vancy Vega, a Dolly Parton lookalike. The Miss Glamour and Fame drag pageant wrapped up around 10 p.m., but you can still watch the entire event through Tech's LGBTQIA Education and Engagement Facebook page by searching for TTU LGBTQIA.
Gusty winds moved into the South Plains yesterday afternoon, bringing in lots of dust and a drop in temperatures. The winds seem to be gone today, but will the cooler conditions stick around? MCTV's Madison Hartin joins us in studio with the latest look at the forecast. Madison?
Thanks, Will. Well, you are right. Most of that gusty wind that we were experiencing yesterday has moved out of our area, but the cooler temperatures have not quite moved out yet, and we've seen relatively cooler temperatures over this day. For today, the high temperature climbed up to 79 degrees. It's been sunny and warm conditions all day, with the southeasterly wind coming at 5 to 10 miles per hour, so a lot more manageable than those gusty winds we were experiencing last night. For tonight, though, we're going to be seeing another drop in temperatures as we go back down to 51 degrees, clear and cool conditions, and a southerly wind coming at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, looking at the South Plains as a whole, we are going to be seeing some cooler temperatures out there to the west of us, out by Muleshoe and Morton. They're going to be experiencing cool temperatures for tonight that are closer to the lower to mid-40s. But looking at our high temperatures going into tomorrow, we are going to be seeing another boost in temperatures for the South Plains as a whole, especially out here to the east of us is where we're going to be seeing our highest temperatures out there by Dickens and Childress and Astor, Vermont. It's usually a lot warmer out there to the east of us. Now, the South Plains as a whole and a good portion of the country has been experiencing one thing recently, and that has been a lack of rain causing severe drought. We can see that most of the Southwest is engulfed in drought right now, and we can see by bringing it back into a more localized map that Lubbock, Texas is currently in severe drought. Now, there has been no restrictions placed on water or anything like that yet, but depending on how long it lasts until we receive significant rain again here on the South Plains, we could be seeing restrictions put into place. Now, bringing it back into Lubbock locally, we are going to be seeing a mix-up as we move into our temperatures for later this week. For Tuesday, we're going to be experiencing a high of 89 degrees, a low of 54, and a southwesterly wind coming at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Now, for Wednesday, we're going to be seeing another round of breezy, gusty wind coming into the area, with a high of 97 degrees, a low of 54, and a wind coming from the west by southwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. But that's not even the worst wind we're going to be experiencing this week, because Thursday, wind is going to be coming from the northeast at 20 to 30 miles per hour. And with that northeasterly wind, we're going to be seeing another drop in temperatures with a high temperature of 70 and a low temperature of 39 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit cold and a little bit gusty for Thursday. So definitely a plan for that. And check out MCTV Weather on Thursday for an update of how this is going to be affecting our forecast in the future. For MCTV Weather, I'm Madison Hartin. Back to you, Will.
Thanks, Madison. The Texas Tech football team is still looking for its first win in conference play after facing some tough competition in Ames, Iowa over the weekend. On Saturday, the Red Raiders took on the Iowa State Cyclones in Jack Trice Stadium in front of a national audience on ABC. Tech started off on the right foot after Zach McPherson scooped up a blocked field goal attempt and ran it back 90 yards for a touchdown. But after that, the Red Raiders couldn't do much else, giving up 31 unanswered points into the fourth quarter. Quarterback Alan Bowman was held to 97 yards passing until he was replaced in the fourth quarter by backup Henry Colombi. With Colombi in the game, the Red Raiders scored one more time, but from there the Cyclones defense shut Tech down to take home the win 31-15. This week, Texas Tech gets a much-needed bye week before taking on West Virginia on October 24th back here in Jones Stadium. Tech's matchup with the Mountaineers is also homecoming weekend, and the Red Raiders are hoping to finally get their first Big 12 win. Kickoff for Tech versus WVU is set for 4:30 p.m. with TV coverage on ESPN2.
Texas Tech football isn't the only Red Raider team looking for a win this year. Tech soccer is also struggling to find victory after another tough loss in conference play. The Red Raiders welcomed number 9 ranked West Virginia to town on Friday night. The Mountaineers put up 2 goals before Tech could even get on the board. But in the 88th minute of play, Charlotte Teeter set up Christian Davis on a free kick, giving the senior what she needed to beat the WVU goalkeeper and get the ball into the left side of the net. But with just 2 minutes left in the game, Tech ran out of time and dropped the contest 1-2. The Red Raiders' next matchup is set up for this Friday against number 12 ranked TCU in Fort Worth. The game is scheduled to start at 7 p.m. and you can watch it on Big 12 Now on ESPN+.
The Texas Tech Athletic Department was able to escape a completely winless weekend after the Red Raider volleyball team came back strong in its second game against TCU. On Thursday, Texas Tech headed to Fort Worth in the first game of its weekly doubleheader against TCU. The Red Raiders put up a fight through 5 sets of play, but unfortunately the Horned Frogs won out 3-2. On Saturday, the Red Raiders came back with a vengeance to take home a victory. After dropping the first set, Tech went on to win 3 sets in a row to improve their record to 3-3 in conference. Senior Samantha Sanders set a new career high with 24 kills and 12 digs, and sophomore Caitlin Dugan tied her career record at 17 kills. Red Raider volleyball returns to Lubbock this week with another 2-night showdown on Friday and Saturday. First serve for both games is set for 6 p.m. with TV coverage on ESPN+.
So, Will, did you have a chance to catch any of the Red Raiders in action over the weekend?
Well, I was able to fly home this weekend and see my parents and my brothers, and we tried to watch the football game.
I completely understand. But that's all for today's edition of the MCTV Weekday Update.
Thanks so much for joining us, and be sure to check ttuhub.net every day for more news. We'll see you again on Thursday.